All right, welcome to Pro Media live at 9 here, Tuesday, March 11th. We've got a WASDE report here today at 11. It's the March WASDE. We'll see if there's any surprises in it. Will it make you have a good day? Will it make you have a bad day? That's what I'm wondering here today. Usually it's kind of a snoozer, but sometimes those snoozers can be the ones that catch you off guard one way or another. So don't fall asleep at the wheel here. Grains overnight, corn catching a little bit. We'll run through your markets and then we'll run through some headlines. I'm missing my buddy Connor B today. Connor, if you're out there watching, I hope you're having a good time. You work hard. You will earn a day off every once in a while. You can have today off, but I miss you on the show. Let's roll through your markets and we'll get into some headlines here. May corn up 4.5 cents, 476.5. May beans up 5 3/4 at 10.19 3/4. Soy oil is up 44 points, 42.70. Soy meal is down 40 points, 0.4 at 301.90. Chicago wheat, we got the May contract down 2.5 cents at 5.60. Wheat was the big winner yesterday, and we're balancing things back out here today. KC wheat, May KC wheat down 3 3/4, 5.74 3/4. July contract at 5.88.5, down 2 3/4 of a cent. Looking over at your meat markets, we got the cattle markets grinding higher, rallying higher. April feeders 279.65, up $1.70 here as we open things up at 9 o'clock, 30 minutes into the open. Looking over at April fats, we're up 67.5 at 201.275. So your cattle market is firmer. Hog market down 12.5 points, 88.15. Crude's a little firmer, up $1, 66.99. Diesel's up 2.5 cents. Nat gas down a nickel. Your stock market, that was a mover and shaker yesterday. The Dow down 280, the S&P down 17.5, and the NASDAQ up 20 points. Balancing things out in your macro markets. We'll see if they can find some solid ground and some footing. Lots of talks about recession fears and all sorts of. Look at that calf having a good old time. That's pretty awesome. I love that. All right, let's dive through some headlines here. So got the WASDE report out at 11. We'll see what gets printed there. You never know what's going to happen, what the government's going to print. Things. Snapshot of your estimates here, 1.516, a little tighter on the corn ending stocks number. That's kind of the bottom line number I look at here. Analysts looking for a little tighter supply on the corn side of things from the U.S. perspective. Maybe they'll bump exports. Maybe they'll bump ethanol production. Have had solid runs of ethanol production, have had solid corn exports. Bean front, looking for things to be a little more par for the course, unchanged relatively for the analyst estimates. On the wheat front, very similar story. Eyes will also be on global production, South America, Black Sea, Australia, Argentina, Brazil, just the corn, bean numbers and wheat numbers across the globe, any tweaks they make to the global supply and the world ending stocks. You never know. You never know. Like Connor said, our eyes are on U.S. weather, prospective plantings report at the end of the month. But don't forget about the March WASDE. That thing, maybe it moves your market here. Find the right button to click to get that thing off the screen. All right, got a couple more graphics here for you I want to flash up because I like to hide behind the graphics when it's just me. That provides me a safety and security net. But corn inspections, that's all the rage here. It's all the talk. Great, solid run of corn exports, 71.6 million bushels versus an expected range of 37 to 55 yesterday. Solid week of shipments. Remember, guys, those are shipments. Those are going out the door. That's bushels moving, which is great to see, but we also need to replace those with more sales too. So there's definitely seasonal patterns of when grain gets shipped out. On the corn front, we're entering that peak season. Looking over at beans, we're approaching the end of that peak season for getting U.S. beans out the door. The world is shifting to other suppliers. But any export flash we get in the morning or the weekly sales reports on Thursdays, looking at that past week, those are key numbers to look at what's getting added to the books and what, are we growing that number? But it's always good to see shipments at a strong pace and getting those out the door because when they're shipped, it's hard to return it back. So I know at my house, Amazon can ship stuff to us and we can send it back. You ship a boat of corn to China, they don't always send it back. Sometimes they do, but not always. So keep an eye on that stuff going forward. Good numbers yesterday, though, nonetheless. All right, Safrinha corn crop. We get that planting update here pretty much planted and close that gap here. 83.1% planted on your Safrinha corn in South America. Keep an eye on South America weather. 86.2% a year ago, so tick behind where we were a year ago. 82.3% on average, though. So, we're caught up. There's no planting delay on the Safrinha corn crop, in my opinion, any longer. That's behind us. So I jumped over, equities had a nasty day yesterday, and we're trying to find some solid ground. Definitely some recession fears out there that we got to, don't ignore the macro market side of things. And that, that weighs on all your commodities, where people want to park money. You have these big risk off days, and it's just more sellers than buyers across the whole complex. And we've seen that for what seems like the last week. But don't get caught flat-footed here. Have had a nice run and rally here in your corn market. Don't fall asleep at the wheel. If you were panicking about being undercovered, maybe you ought to look at some stuff here and some options. Just because you're managing risk doesn't mean you have to be bearish. Keep that in mind as we go forward here. All right. Looking at your cattle market, we're entering that stretch where we get some big runs of wheat cattle. We've got nice weather this week, so I anticipate we're going to have some big runs out there in the country. Going to be a good test of demand. We got the feeder cattle futures are now premium to the index. Looking over at your March feeders at 278.52, the index is 273, 274 range. So remember 3-4 weeks ago, we saw futures actually $10 to $11 discount versus the index, and we've completely flipped that paradigm here. So good opportunity out there, getting some premium priced in the futures contracts. Got 282 printed out in September on your feeder cattle futures. Some big numbers out there. If you're interested in LRP, I'm going to run that LRP commercial if we can, because might as well. LRP is a good product for unborn calves, steer, your lightweight calves, your weaned calves. If you're running grass cattle this summer, you're buying anything to run on grass, look at LRP. It's a great foundational risk management product, and we can take it to the next level. Do your LRP in-house with ATI and manage it with options in the same place, one call, do it all together, and we'll get you in control and then put you in position to manage markets as they move versus be a victim of it. So, all right. Choice cutout gained a little ground as well on the beef side of things. We're up 365 versus a week ago. So found some stability on the cutout. Choices at 317.58. We'll see if we can keep that consumer healthy, happy, and buying beef. We got a great quality product out there too. So cash fats are called steady to higher this week. We'll see. Trade doesn't usually happen until the end of the week. We'll see where it falls in line here this week. Pleasant surprise last week kind of fueled some support to end the week. And here out the gate, we got a nice market on your cattle market size things. We'll see what the WASDE comes in. We are not going to go live at 11 with Connor B out of the building. And typically your March is a snoozer. We're going to focus on watching the markets. We'll text some stuff out to you. But no live at 11 today. We will be live at 1:30. The A team's going to be doing the live at 1:30. They'll break down all the details of the reports and what it means to you. It's always a good one. Make sure you tune into that. We've got some smart guys there. Nate Duraco, Brian Basting, Jeremy Struber. Those guys are definitely the A team, and glad that they're willing to do that at 1:30 for you guys for free. All right. Premium yesterday, pumped out a little episode. We talked about managing positions and embracing volatility. As these markets move, it's one thing. Most of this business is built on price prediction, unfortunately. And we try to go beyond that and help teach you how to, one, get control, and then two, manage positions so you can embrace this type of market volatility. And boy, have we seen some of that. So buckle up for the ride ahead. We walk through how you can adjust some positions that you have on, what you should be looking at going forward, just trying to help you execute and stay on top of everything here and cut out the noise, the extracurricular noise that doesn't really help you. It just maybe gives you some comfort, but doesn't really help your balance sheet at all. So let's get uncomfortable. Let's talk about what you can do to manage your risk and keep you between the ditches here as we navigate the bumpy ride ahead. So see if there's any comments out there right there, and then we'll get out of here. What a good day to hedge sunflowers from Robert Bannock. Nice comment. I don't know squat about hedging sunflowers, Robert, so that's beyond me. That sounds fun, though. Sounds fun. All right. With that, I think I'm going to peel out of here. Quick show. Appreciate y'all for joining me today. Stay on your toes here. Stay nimble. These markets are moving, and don't fall asleep at the wheel. There's things you can be doing, and it doesn't necessarily mean risk management does not mean you have to be bearish. Remember that. I'll leave you with that today. So I'm going to click the button and get out of here. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.